Okay, I know that this quality is bad, so just wait, hold on. I just wanted to say that I'm glad to be back. I really missed, making these videos, and I hope that you enjoy it. I put a lot of energy into this video, so thank you so much for clicking on it, and I love you. Don't forget that, and love yourself. You can't love anybody else until you love yourself.
Recognize the fact that urban stories and complexity in the stories of men is not only interesting, but it sells. The question, however, is how do we embrace that? What does it mean to us? And how do we continue to show the complexity of who we are in content so that in the real world, there become more and more images that we can tap onto and move with? What I think is interesting is that the #1 movie out this week is not a movie about some Black historical figure.
Good to see you again, Brother Jeff. Really quickly, speak to the room about how you found your purpose and the importance of work ethic and urgency. Yeah. I work with these guys all the time. They ask me, Heat, how'd you find your purpose? Educator, motivational speaker. You do mass comm, journalism, political commentary. How did you get into your space, and how important was the role of work ethic and urgency in really manifesting those things?
No, that's a great question. And it's a great question for me because I do not have a journalism degree. I never majored in communications, and I never wanted to be on TV. I grew up in Cleveland, and my first love amongst anything else was running track. It was the first thing I was ever good at. It was the first thing I ever got an award for. And how many of you all sometimes have been motivated because you've been affirmed by something you've done well? Half the time, that's why some of us get in the dirt. Because the first people that affirmed us was the cats that we was hustling with. Right? I wasn't getting affirmed at school. Wasn't nobody at the house affirming me. But when we did this, it was love. Many times the first thing that affirms us provides us with motivation to keep going. So I was All-American in the 100 and the long jump and went to college on a track scholarship. And I say that because I don't think it was until later that I recognized that what it took for me to be great in track ultimately translated to what I've done for the rest of my life.
That's right.
So when I was 13, 14 years old, and track is a non-revenue sport, so you really gotta love it. Like, it ain't like I'm gonna go run track and get paid. No, my 5 people in the history of track and field became millionaires, right? So it wasn't about that. It was about the joy that I got from doing it. And so I would put up, track and field news would publish who had the best times in the country. And so I would put them up on my wall. I would recognize their names. There was a guy named Calvin Johnson at the time. And there was a brother named Dion Bentley. Dion Bentley was a long jumper from Pennsylvania, from Pennsylvania State High School. I remember this because he was the best long jumper in the country. And when I was sitting around watching TV, I'd be like, I bet you Dion ain't watching TV. When we would just be playing around, I'd be like, I bet you this dude is lifting weights right now. And I'm 14. And what it taught me was, it's always somebody working to get the spot you want. It don't matter what you do, even if you're on the block. So whether you're in school, whether you're on the street, whether you're in business, no matter where it is, somebody right now somewhere is working to take the spot that you want. I ain't gonna let them outwork me. And I don't care where in the world they are, because at this point, I know I'm competing against people in Beijing, I know I'm competing against people in Accra, I know I'm competing against people in Berlin, I know I'm competing against people in Reykjavik, I know I'm competing for the next 5 years with somebody in Mars that's going to come and say they're a Martian and they want to immigrate to America. After Trump leaves. So it was, I don't think I knew until after the translatable skills that said, if I'm not working now, somebody's gonna beat me. So there was this urgency of, I don't have the luxury. It's kind of like, the old folks, those of us that are my age in their 40s, remember our parents and grandparents saying, you gotta be twice as good. Like that was normal. Like being twice as good to our grandparents wasn't even being great. Like, you can't walk out the door unless you're twice as good. Because you ain't going to embarrass me. Right? But as we've had breakdown in the families, and Big Mama is 45 and she be at the club, it's like, damn, Big Mama passed the blunt. Doc, I can't be real. This is too real, brother. Too real. So the sense of urgency and competition is real, but the passion piece is different. Because I think sometimes we act like we have a passion and it never changes. Passion isn't stagnant, and it's not about a job. Our passion evolves with our experiences. And sometimes we don't know what our passion is because we haven't allowed ourselves to experience enough yet. Especially as black kids and Latino kids and kids that come from poor communities, because we keep being told what's black. Or what's that? Black people don't do that. How many times you heard that? I'm skiing once and my boy like, black people don't do that. I'm like, fool, look. It's Black Ski Weekend. What are you talking about? Brothers, whether you're Latino, whether you're Asian, whether you're polka dotted, whether you're black, whether whatever, our folks have been doing life since the world was created. And it wasn't until the last 200 years that people have been telling us what we didn't do. We were teaching the world what they could do when they didn't know. Y'all understand that? How many of you know what the institution Timbuktu is? Where's Timbuktu? Mali. Where's Mali? How old is the institution? Timbuktu was one of the first institutions of higher education in the world that focused on Islam and science and mathematics, and opened its doors to anybody that wanted to come. When they just remade Roots, like I was over the hill when they spent more time talking about pre-Africa reality than slavery. And Kunta Kinte said, I don't want to do this, I want to go to Timbuktu and study with the best minds in the world. They made a conscious effort in the remake of Roots to tell a story about Africa that they didn't tell in the original, because the folks in the original didn't have the historical context to tell the story that they did in the second. Why does that matter? It matters because our passions evolve with our experience. What you do, where you go, opens your mind to what's possible. Opening your mind to what's possible opens your mind to doing things. When you do things, you figure out you're good at something. How many of y'all have done something that somebody else made you do, and then you were so glad they made you do it, because if they didn't make you do it, you would never know how much you loved it? Right. That's what passion is about. And so I had a passion for running that turned into a passion. See, God knew I didn't care enough about college to want to go to college for college. I cared enough about running to want to go to school to run, to keep training to prepare for the Olympics. But when I got to college, I got introduced to myself. And when I got introduced to myself, I gave up my scholarship because my coach didn't want me to do nothing but run track. Ain't that crazy? I didn't want to do nothing but run track. I got to school, and you know, I'm in high school, I'm in speech and debate, I'm in mock trials, I'm in all that other stuff. And I get to college, and this fool is like, I just brought you here to run track and go to class. I'm like, what you talking about? I gave up the track scholarship, became president of Black Student Union. I was at an institution that had about 25,000 students, 8% students of color, Black Student Union president for 2 years, only person in the history of the university to be of color to be president of student government. And that is where my passion for service was born.
If truth is light, then knowledge is power. If it is to be, then it's up to we. Good. I feel good about myself. I feel good about myself. I feel goodness all around me. Come on. Because I walk with good. And I talk with good. And that feels real good. And that feels real good. We're going to finish strong. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. Let's finish strong. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. So your good is your better. And your better is your best.
Hey guys, thank you for checking out this video. That was actually at Montgomery College in Greenbelt. Was it in Greenbelt? No, in Germantown, Maryland. The guy that asked the video was Brian Heat. Asked the question. He was Brian Heat. Then there was Jeff Johnson, who actually answered the question. And Dr. Lamar Shields, he was the guy that was doing the energetics at the end. I will put all their links to their websites in the description. Thank you again for watching this video. Check out the next video where I will be explaining what I learned on this summit. It was the Maryland Male Students of Color Summit. I love you, I appreciate you. Stay encouraged, keep your faith, keep striving, keep believing in yourself. You could do anything that you put your mind to. God bless.
Explanation. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why are you only giving 50%? What's wrong with you? You need to put yourself on punishment. You need to tell you no more TV, no more snacks, no more desserts, no, we working out now. No more alcohol, not right now. I can't handle it right now. You need to tell you that you are